come on in, grab yourself a glass of wine, and let's chat. I am going to open, I don't know. You know I don't know how to say it, right? This one, it's a Chardonnay. It's going to be yummy. Bourgogne? I don't know. You tell me. Hi, guys. What's going on? What's happening? Just put on lotion and therefore can't open the twist bottle. Help! This is why I'm so glad to have Sarah Cates in town. Hi, guys. What's up? So good to see you all. It's not often that I get to have design sips with a real human in the room. This is definitely a special design sips, right?
It's sticky.
Maybe we aren't going to have wine.
Oh, wait, I got it.
Oh, yeah. All right. Cool. Okay, so we pour. Everyone, how is your Wednesday going?
What are y'all drinking?
What's everybody drinking? What's everybody doing? Talk to me, people.
Thank you. So today we're chatting about, the things. The standard.
All the things. Yeah. So this is our final day of the standard being open, right? So we're coming to the end of a cuckoo crazy week, busy nuts, and really such a celebration because we have an incredible group of interior designers leveling up their business and doing the standard for more joy and more profit in their businesses. And it's just an incredible way to kick off the fall, right? We're at the change of seasons here. And it's an incredible time for new beginnings. And we are seeing a lot of design standard members coming in crazy busy, busier than ever before, and it's putting stress on their systems, right? Or brand new to their business. They've just decided to go out on their own, and they really want to make sure that they're setting it up right from the beginning. So we can dive into questions and things. I'd love to hear from you in the comments, if you don't mind, where you're joining us from, and if you're having a cocktail, what are you drinking? Cheers.
Put it in the chat. Cheers.
All right. Cheers. We get to do real cheers.
Yes.
Not drinking alone in a room. Cheers. Cheers.
And we will be back weekly.
Yes. Big announcement. So Sarah and I got together. We had a little coffee talk this morning. A little throwback. And really we're able to set up some really cool things. So I feel like we can announce a few things. There's quite a few things going on. So, number one, we're bringing back design sips every single week. We miss you when we're gone, and there's just no reason not to get online, say hi, see what's going on, and frankly, share a glass of wine now and again, right? So, we'll be seeing you back here. We are, 3 p.m. Eastern?
Yep.
Every single Wednesday. There will be some Wednesdays where, life happens and we're not available, but for most of the time, you can count on us every Wednesday from here on out. Yay! Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, Leslie says, finally.
So good. Yeah, I know. We've been talking about bringing that back. Such good stuff. So, and again, this last year was like the year of transitions, right? And so it was a really good little break, but I think we're ready to be back. Okay, so that was announcement number one. Announcement number two is that we will be doing our standard launch in the spring from High Point Market. So we are going to really look into being with you for launch, being open enrollment, having lots of events, having lots of design sips in person, and doing all of those amazing things with our community. Looking so forward to seeing everyone and being together with everyone. So if you haven't already planned on being at High Point, I know you're all thinking about fall High Point because it's coming up any day now, but I'm already thinking about spring and that we're going to be doing our standard open enrollment at High Point live next time. So very good stuff.
Yes, very exciting.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Okay, so today, like Sandra said, we're diving into that final step of enrolling in the standard, which closes tonight.
Yep, tonight at midnight. This is it, people. If your business is worthy of a huge catapult forward, then bring it. Let's do it. We are ready for you inside the standard. We are gearing up. Module 1 is dropping. And module 2 drops on Sunday. Like, it is rolling. This is no great delay. You jump right in, hit the ground running, and level up your business right now, this fall.
Yep. Okay, so for those who may be new or not totally sure what the standard is, what is the standard?
So the standard is basically my business. It's It's like everything I could imagine to do if I was going to franchise a design firm without all the legal headaches of franchising a design firm. It is every template. It's every system. It's how I do everything inside of my business. Documented, clarified, refined, beautified, and served up on a silver platter just for you. My intention was to have it, it's not a course. I didn't want you to have homework. You don't have to like listen to me talk and then go do soul searching or go figure it out on your own. It's not about me telling you what you should do and you going and figuring it out. It's me giving you the exact word for word template on exactly how I have done it for my 15 years in my own business and 20 years in the interior design industry. I'm going to add my background has a finance degree and a business process background. So it's not just the interior design side, it's also just a general business understanding. I had a really rough patch in my business where I was getting great projects. I was increasing my hourly rate. I was charging more, right? I was, because I am a strict, what do my children call me? Oh, a bold and confident woman, according to my daughter. So I was billing every hour at this new higher rate with these new amazing big clients. And I was having a really hard time having clients understand, even though we set expectations, even though we said it was going to, ballpark numbers, having them just handle and swallow those design fees when they were rolling in over time. And I kept getting into situations where the client really truly couldn't afford my services and or thought they were going to bully me into lowering or decreasing my invoices. So I was at that point in my career where I was like, no, I will not continue to be an interior designer if it means all of this struggle, all of this negotiation, constantly having to stand up for myself against people who are pushing really hard on every single invoice, every single 2 weeks, right? My soul was just crushed by all of this. Now, of course, I was working with my business background's in finance. My husband's on Wall Street. I was working in an area with a ton of hardcore, no joke people who are hard negotiators by nature. And I don't consider myself a pushover, but I didn't want to struggle that hard every single day in and day out. Every single month did not want to be having 5, 6, 7 phone calls over invoices over and over again. They were looking at it as sport and I was exhausted. Okay. So I pulled over. I decided I wasn't going to be hired to do one more design job until I cracked the code, until I fixed it, right? I wanted to have the big conversation about budget and money up front, and then I wanted my clients to put their money where their mouth was so that they couldn't change their mind or their tune later. I wanted to make sure that I was getting paid what I was worth up front, not doing the work and then hoping I got compensated for it, okay? I wanted to be in a better, stronger negotiating position with these big hitter clients that I was going after. Again, I wanted big budget luxury clients, but they come with hitters who are really, type A, strong personalities, C-level. They are tough negotiators. So I wanted to be able to negotiate that project early on in the beginning and have that conversation once, be really frank and clear. If they hire me, great. If they don't, they don't. But that's it. And then we get to just move on and do interior design and create beautiful, magical, gorgeous spaces that transform their life, right? That is what we did. I hired a business strategist, a mindset coach, because I really wanted to look at this from the mindset of the client. I wanted every single thing that we did to come from the position of a really happy client. So we really looked at it from that positioning all the way through. And of course, a badass female lawyer who I cannot even, you're out there, I thank you. Myself, the strategist, the mindset coach, the lawyer, I love you all. You know who you are. I know a few of you are out there today. So just, hi. That think tank is how we came up with the business model inside the standard that literally had me smiling ear to ear, clients thrilled, referrals coming in, repeat work after repeat work after repeat work. I have 5 clients on my board. 4 of them have been my client for at least 5 years. Project rolling, buy a new house, project rolling. It's just beautiful. When the relationship works and everybody is taken care of, you get to be the artist that you were meant to be. The whole point of going into this business, right? So all of that. And then not only do we have that business model figured out, but then every step that supports it, every little detail that you need to go through to make sure that you deliver on those promises that you make in your design agreement, or that you hold your clients accountable to the expectations that you've set with them. So it's a huge, beautiful, it's one whole big cohesive system. Wow, that was the longest answer to any question ever. Cheers to day, 7 of launch?
Yeah.
Girl has her mojo working, apparently.
Yep. But I love that. And, why don't you share where you say the phrase putting joy and efficiency back into your firm? What do those words mean to you in relation to the standard?
Sure. So joy and efficiency, I think, are so incredibly important to me because it's what went straight out the window when things weren't going well. There was no joy because I was curled up in a small ball under my desk, rocking back and forth on the verge of tears, because I just couldn't talk about one more time bill. I just couldn't defend myself again and again and again, right? We can only bring so much creativity to our art if we're feeling supported and we're feeling confident and we're feeling appreciated. And maybe that's just me. Maybe that's my personal, PI. But if I'm not feeling like I'm appreciated, I don't want to do it anymore. Like, I'm not interested, right? And if you lose your vigor for that job, you lose your creative spark in that job. And it's really hard to knuckle down and push through when you're unhappy and the client relationship is unhappy. So that can lead to efficiency, right? Procrastinating, wiggling, avoiding. Also, from an efficiency standpoint, that's just my nature. If I'm going to do anything more than twice, I'm going to make a system and I'm going to clarify it, right? And I know you know this from working with me long enough. If I'm doing something every week, I'm asking, can we batch this so that I can go down a rabbit hole and I can do all of this reviewing at once a year, right? Blog posts, social media. I love to batch that kind of stuff. I love to have it all in front of me and look at things in a bigger picture kind of way. So this is the stuff that I just naturally do when I'm in a business and when I'm in any kind of process. I just naturally systematize and clarify and refine and refine and refine. So bringing efficiency to your business is bringing profit, right? When we become more efficient, we become more profitable. Now, that can backfire on you if you're charging hourly, because as you become more efficient, you actually charge fewer hours. It's the great conundrum, right? And your hourly rate has to keep going up and up and up, but then you're scaring the clients. But if you are working on a flat fee, the more and more and more efficient you become, the more and more profitable you become. And you absolutely deserve to be, right? You don't deserve to make less later in your career as you become more efficient. So this is joy and efficiency, people.
Cover your glass.
Uh-oh, cover your glass, something coming in.
Welcome, Nicole and Ellen.
Oh, Nicole and Ellen, thank you so much for joining the Standard. I am so thrilled to have you. We are going to knock your socks off, I promise you.
Yeah.
So thrilled to have you in the community. Speaking of the community, it is an incredible group of entrepreneurs who all believe in their business, who are all leveling up, who know that they're going to be in business for the years to come, that believe in their art, that believe in their design and what they are bringing to the world and to their clients, right? And so because they know that they are headed in this direction, that they are going to be this badass entrepreneur for years to come, there's no time like right now today to sharpen your pencil, right? To make sure that your pricing model is as tight and as concise as mine absolutely needed to be, negotiating with CEOs, CFOs, and hardcore finance people, lawyers, you name it. I negotiated with them. They drove me bananas. My pricing model, now my presentation, now every bit of that language that I have refined and refined and refined over those years of those tough negotiations is for you. It's all right there for you. In addition, making sure nothing falls through the cracks, making sure you can scale. The Standard is an incredible tool if you're growing. If you're bringing on new employees, it is your training person. Like, you set them down in the chair and have them run through the Standard, and they now are up to speed on the standards in our industry and inside of your firm.
Yes, so much good stuff.
So much.
So Cammie asks, here we go. Will the standard be beneficial for remote design work?
Oh, yes. So our company went from 7-ish, a team of about 7 with some part-timers and some flexibility, all in person in a cute little boutique and all the whole shebang, to 100% virtual. And we have thrived in that atmosphere. I mean, it's just, we obviously could go back to a boutique situation. We are not interested. We are all loving our own, we've all kind of created our own little environment, our own little work style. And we are now a badass team of a whole bunch of freelancers and our team, and just this, it's this crew of experts, which we can talk about because there's this incredible bonus inside the standard about leveraging a virtual assistant. And you know, it really speaks to the idea of hiring expertise. So somebody who really understands, you know, proposals, CAD, whatever, for the design side, right? Somebody else who really understands marketing and detail. Someone else who's like a savant at calendars and scheduling and administrative and communication. I mean, that is like kind of the future for us. And it's beautiful. Like, we really, really love that.
And every time we conquer a new remote process, we share it.
Oh, yes, yes. So we're out there hiring experts, working with the best of the best, you know, bringing on people freelance to help us level up. And of course, the next thing we do, clarify it, systematize it, make it beautiful, and put it out to the standard group. So, and you know, our alumni can attest to that. We're constantly rolling out updates and information. It's a lifetime access when you are a member of the standard. And so that it's so much more than a program, or it's not a course, right? I told you there's no homework. This is not about you, you know, doing your own thing. This is all about being in a community that's leveling up and having that lifetime access so that you're with us forever.
Yes.
All right.
Welcome, Barbara.
Barbara, welcome to the standard. Cheers to you. We are going to knock your socks off.
Yes. Okay. So we have another question. I'm wondering if the standard will work for our design build team when the construction is integrated in every part of the design process.
Absolutely. So I have been a build, renovate designer most of my career, just by virtue of the really old homes in the area where I started out. And I work very, very closely with the general contractors, and that whole process is really in flow. Now, am I going to cover construction management? No, I'm going to cover the design side as it dovetails into construction, which I know very, very well. But inside of the standard, you are going to find tons and tons of other build, renovate, interior designers, and quite a few, at least, I don't know, a handful of husband-wife teams that are build, renovate, and specialize in that. So inside of the community, there's people that just do staging. There's people that just do furnishings only. There's people that just do renovations, just do builds. There's teams inside of the standard, anywhere from a lot of one-woman shows to a lot of like some bigger companies. We have newbies, which we let their business right from the very beginning. And we have really seasoned, amazing veterans that know the value of the standard as a level up across the board, as a great way to document all of their processes and all those steps. You know, you've heard this. If you're in our industry and you're paying attention, everyone has told you, you need to document your processes, right? You need to write down everything that everyone is supposed to do. Make sure that every person knows what's on their job, what's their job and what's not. You know, don't be doing their job. Make sure you're doing your own job. Everyone knows that that's like a thing you need to do in business, but it's done. It's all done inside the standard. You just drop your team into the structure and then the whole thing is editable. The whole entire standard is, you can take it and make it your own. Drop in your own language, drop in your own team members, drop in the scale and the size of your own business. So it's all for you. It is all there.
Yes. Okay. Duke Render says, love hearing you on Luann's show. You are awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. I cannot thank Luann enough. The original, she's OG bringing this industry together, and you all know it, right? So give Luann tons of props. Thank you, my love.
Okay, so what would you say to someone who's thinking, I'm just starting my design career, maybe I should hold off until I have some more experience?
So what I would say is holding off until you have more experience is holding off while you stub your toe, run into a wall, trip over something sitting on the floor, right? I've been there and I've done it, and there's just no reason to struggle alone, wondering and guessing, undercharging most likely. That is one of our most common reactions once we get inside the standard. Again, finance major, business background, I am going to show you not just the principles, not just the processes, but also we're really going to dig in. We're going to understand your finances, okay? We're going to understand how much are you spending, how much are you typically bringing in, how much are you typically making. Let's look at historical data to project the future, and then let's edit it, right? Let's rope those expenses in or push up those fees a little bit or increase those margins if we can. Let's figure out, there's 3 levers to pull: decrease expenses, increase fees, or increase profit margin on product. Those are your 3 levels, right? Levers to pull to make you more profitable. So I'm going to explain that in much more detail. I'm going to keep it fun and light, and we are going to get you inside of that standard off and running in a profitable and proper situation. Here's the worst thing that could happen. You fumble around for the first couple of years in your design career, you undervalue your services because you're desperate for that next job, and you become the inexpensive option in town, okay? Worse, you fumble around, do your darndest, but it's just not, the business side is just not your thing. So your invoices aren't accurate, your processes isn't clear, your communication is hit and miss. Sometimes you remember to email everyone their update and sometimes you don't, right? Worse than being the cheap option is not being a professional, right? She's a good designer, but she's not very good at the business side. I know you've heard that, right? You probably heard that inner voice has told you that about yourself. Well, number one, you don't need to be that. It's not necessary, right? You can be a badass designer and a badass business person. And I can show you how, and our community will keep you there, right? It's this collaborative, incredible community of designers talking to one another, encouraging one another, double checking their heads, right? Having a lot of conversations about the interactions, the proposal meetings, heading off to a new client meeting, all the things. So it's a level up that I think our industry was really in need of. It really came from me having so many designers when I was out in the industry chatting and networking, asking me, can I pay you for a copy of your design agreement? And I'm looking at it going, well, yeah, but no, because then you could have the design agreement, but do you have the processes that back it up? Like if you're going to say you're going to communicate to them every single week with all of the updated stuff, then you need the process that has that happen and functional and possible for you, right? So, and it all dovetails together, like all of the communication, all of the sales in it, all of the execution of it is all woven together. So really important to make sure that that's all flowing together. All right, we are closing our window because I'm burning. I am sorry.
Was it automatic?
Yeah. We're just going to put that window shade down because I'm going to burst into flames.
Nice.
Yeah.
I do want to throw some confetti for Melissa. She enrolled yesterday last night, so
yay!
I want to throw some confetti.
Yay, yay, yay. Welcome to the Interior Design Standard community. I'm so thrilled you're with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Isn't that better?
Yes,
We were like bursting into flames. All of a sudden the sun shifted and I was like about to start schwitzing, and you guys don't want that. That's not what we want here. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. What else? We have questions?
Yes. So what would you say for someone who thinks, I don't have any clients right now, should I wait until my pipeline is full?
So I love a full pipeline, but I also think why not take this opportunity when your pipeline is not full to go ahead and focus on improving your business, right? When your pipeline is full, you are going to be crazy busy. We all know how that feels, and it's a wonderful thing. But take an opportunity, grow, level up, take this moment to become a better business so that when that pipeline does start to come, you are ready. Also, inside the standard, we do talk about marketing, and we will help you make sure that pipeline gets filled up, and you really can understand when you can take the next client and like really have good processes and good flow. Good stuff. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Who's drinking? Is anybody out there having a cocktail? No, just me?
Yes.
Thank God Sarah's with me.
Hit us in the comments. We want to know that you're here and that we're not shouting to the interwebs.
Exactly. Which we are. Anyway, it's all fun.
Okay. T-Bone wants to know, how can I implement the standard when I feel like I'm already drowning?
Oh, T-Bone. Okay, so you can implement the standard when you feel like you're already drowning. This is important. A, you're busy. B, you're not going to stop being busy. If you're a great designer, it's going to keep happening, right? You're going to keep getting referrals. You're going to get that repeat work. So we've had some really incredible designers implement the standard in the midst of being as busy as ever. And here's how they did it. They often have an employee who they assign to take the standard as one of their projects and unroll it for the team, okay? It doesn't have to be the CEO who is doing all. The CEO is going to be watching the videos and reviewing and, taking a peek as things unroll. They do not need to be the one implementing, okay? Then another really amazing tactic is that we've heard from designers and from freelancers that they are hiring freelancers to implement the standard. So again, you don't have to look at your current workload and your current staff and think not possible. You could hire a freelancer to help you implement the standard. The content is deep and wide, but it does not take a long time to digest. And here's why. It's not homework. It's not like us trying to lead you to the answer. We're just giving you our templates, okay? That's number one. There's no like coy, let's see if you know the answer. It's just, here's the way this has worked for me for the last 15 years in business. 7-figure firm, 6-figure income, all good things, right? So, and then the videos are, I don't know, 5 to 9 minutes usually, and maybe the longest one is like 18 minutes. Yeah. So again, the videos are kind of the why and the introduction, the overview and the why we do it, how we do it, and then all of those resources are grab and go. Grab them, download them, control all, control find, and, quickly switch out firm name for your firm name, like just very simple things like this to make those templates your own. We not only walk you through all of that, we also created frameworks to show you exactly how to implement the standard. So not only is the standard drop and run and go, but we've created step-by-step tasks to help you implement the standard, or to help you delegate implementing the standard to one of your team members, which is, of course, what a CEO would do.
Oh, yes. Love that. Okay. Cheers, guys. Let us know if you're here.
Sorry, I was almost drinking without my cheers. So used to drinking alone in a room.
And congratulations or welcome, Raquel, to the Interior Design Standard.
Raquel, thank you for being with us. We are so excited. Come on, people. You want to level up your business. You want to join Raquel and Michelle and Carrie and all those incredible designers who are already logging into that portal. They're already going through Module 1. They're already starting to get an understanding of just how incredible the rest of their time in business is going to be with this humongous catapult forward.
So exciting.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, our Facebook group for all the new members is already very
jamming. I know everyone's introducing themselves. It's so fun.
Yes.
But don't worry, you can catch right up.
Yes. Okay, so what would you say to the designer who has been in business for years and, has a bit of a process and is kind of like, oh, I could tighten it up, but not sure if I can do a whole overhaul?
Yep. So what we have found is that there are tons of designers inside the standard who have been in business for 10 plus years, right? And that have found that they are just sharpening their pencil. And usually around that time, you can either do one of two things, right? You can either level up, increase your rates, refine your niche, right? Really start to say no to the projects that don't fit your aesthetic and really dive into your own kind of brand, right? This is the time, right? You've got enough, the phone is ringing enough, and you've got enough portfolio built up. You know who you are, you know what you can handle. And so it's like that time to soar, or it's a time to, you know, get stuck in a rut, settle into old ways, do things how you always have. There's just two kinds of people. It's either a beautiful leveling up time, or a time to just kind of sit back on your laurels, what you've done so far, and let it ride. So I challenge you to be the kind of person that always grows and always learns. They are the ones who, you know, have the big payday in the end, the big, beautiful firm, the gorgeous, amazing projects, wonderful profits, so that you can have a beautiful home that reflects your aesthetic. It's all of those things.
Yeah.
All of those things.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Again, just because it's a great day.
It is a good day.
And
Cheers.
I'm so excited to welcome in all the new people. Okay, so what would you say to a designer who says, you know, that cost feels a little high for me?
Yep. So when we first started thinking about building out the standard and started to map out what that would look like, and I was adamant, it's not a course, it's a template. I don't want there to be homework. I just want to give it all to them. Has to be swipeable, has to be grab and go, cannot be something that they have to like be inspired by a PDF and then go type it all up themselves, right? We started to really map out what this was going to look like and what it was going to take. And we're talking 18 months of work on the side of running my design firm to build out the standard. I've used consultants and freelancers and experts and all the things. It's just my way to like level up whenever I can. And it's been clear to me that the valuation for the standard was in the $30,000 range when we talked to experts who help to price products, right? That it's a design agreement. It's a flat fee calculator. It's every process. It's every email template. It's my HR documents, all of them, roles, responsibilities, handbook. It's all the finance docs and all the idea, you know, like I said, it's about like setting up that budget, right? It's my project templates for running a design project from top to bottom. It's my marketing templates for all of the social media that we do on our own in-house. It's my potential client process and all the templates that go with nailing those whales and signing those big, beautiful clients, right? So they were valuing this product at around $30,000. And while fabulous, I was like, nope, we can't do that, because the whole point of the standard, the whole reason that I decided to create a product that could be downloaded and could be taken and used was to improve our industry. That's the whole point. It's to set a standard in our industry of a better way to do interior design, a better way to run the project, a better way to run the structure, but the client relationship, right? Better way to structure the whole thing. So, it doesn't get into enough hands if it's $30,000. So we dropped it all the way down to $4,000. And again, it is my blood, sweat, and tears. I have spent easily over $100,000 in experts, in lawyers, in courses, in going to conferences. Thank you. I'm like, what is the word? Conferences, getting a degree, you know, going to design school, getting a degree in business. All of the things that I have done, I want to give to you because I truly want the interior designers in our industry to be more well respected. Okay. I really looked around our industry. It came from, you know, those big surveys where we find out the state of the industry, and the interior designers I could see were working around the clock and getting paid very little, like alarmingly little. And we're talking about business owners, not just employees. Owners of design firms. This is way back, but the first one of these that I read, I remember like $40,000 was the average income of an interior designer, CEO. That's insane. Insane. Okay. Now again, this was a couple years ago, but generally speaking, the interior designers that I've spoken with are overworked and underpaid because they are in charge of pricing their own art, right? They are in charge of negotiating their own fees, and they are constantly undervaluing themselves. We talk about it all the time. You know, lots of wonderful, fabulous artists don't price their own art. They price their art, you know, they sell their art through a gallery because it's really hard to sell your own art and to price it appropriately. And that's often been the role of galleries, is to help price art, you know, to kind of have that curator eye. Well, we don't have that in interior design. So we have to price our own art. We have to give ourselves a promotion. The only person responsible for the average income of interior designers at $40,000 is every single one of those interior designers, right? We set our own fees, we set our own rates, we negotiate our own contracts, we then track our own time. We are the ones who decide who we're gonna hire, decide what we're gonna spend. We are in charge of our own financial destiny. We're the only ones, right? We're the only people who can be held responsible. And it's time for us to take the reins and take it up a notch. It's not okay. It's not okay. And I see how you change people's lives. I see how someone goes from a house that, you know, has Pottery Barn furniture set down where the movers placed it when they came into the house, and turn, you know, they grow up. It's time for them to step into their, you know, their own aesthetic. It's time for them to graduate into grown-up furnishings. And I see you change their lives, right? Over and over and over again. I see the clients of interior design have an incredible transformation on the quality of their life when they have great design. And that has a value to it. And it's higher than you think.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, cheers.
I don't know if I answered your question or not.
You did.
Okay.
So we have someone who's asking, how do I know if I can be more successful if I implement the standard?
Well, as I say, the past data predicts the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we know the hundreds of designers who have leveled up and are now running their businesses the standard way are raving about how much more efficient, how much more clear, how they're sleeping through the night because they are sure everything is going to be taken care of, how they're finally ready to take on an employee because they can see that they can get that, they can see how to delegate, they can see what to delegate, where before they couldn't hire someone because they couldn't take the time to train them, right? They couldn't see the forest for the trees. They couldn't grow despite their own, you know, they were in it, so they couldn't grow. We are watching designer after designer after designer tell us that they have closed their largest fees to date. So we're not just telling you to raise your rates. That's easy. Everyone's been telling you for a long time. Raise rates, charge what you're worth. But how do you know what you're worth, right? I'm going to show you how to look at your past data, how to look at your finances, and how to determine what is the right rate for you. And then I'm going to show you exactly a calculator to make it very simple to do this over and over and over again. And then I'm going to give you the exact sales language to express to your potential clients how you're going to do it, what you're going to do, exactly how to present those fees to those clients. We are seeing design standard members close incredible design fees, and they are just elated. They're like, I followed it to a T and I literally closed my largest design fee of my career. And we're talking people who are 13 years in business. Mm-hmm. We have 2 alumni episodes of Design Sips, which again, don't take it from me. Go find those episodes. Maybe Sarah will comment them to you if she can find them. Go find those alumni episodes and watch them for yourselves. Want to see more? Go to our Standards Facebook group. It's a public group for interior design standard members and friends. So you can join it too, even if you're not a member yet. Inside of that group, feel free to ask around. Hey, any of you guys, have you done the standard? Would love more feedback. Ask your specific questions to alumni right there. Yeah. You don't have to take it from me. There's plenty of standard alumni out there singing it from the rooftops. So, and we so appreciate that. Again, the whole point is for us to believe in community, to believe in abundance, right? I could easily have kept all of what I figured out to myself, but that doesn't exactly that would help exactly one person, me, right? And it just felt crazy to have put all of this effort in and to just have this one design firm like giggling gleefully while we have this most fun ever doing all these incredible design projects, when I could hear and see my colleagues in the industry struggling, trying to figure out what took me a big struggle to figure out. It's not like I was born with this information. I've read so many business books. I have done so much research. I have an hour with my coach every single week. My business strategist is in-house, like now is just part of our team, not full time, but it's like has a permanent seat at the table. It is really important to surround yourself with experts and to continue to grow and to always be leveling up. And we know that the Standard is an incredible, incredible step to do that, because we're just giving you all of our exposure to the experts, the conferences, the books, the education, all of that, all the mindset, all the tools, all the incredible communication. We're bringing that all to you in one product. Right? So you can go and do a million different things and go to different conferences and have a bunch of coaches, but this is one of those things that will take everything up a notch across all the different parts of your business.
Yes, and we even
cheers to that.
Yeah, major cheers. We got a email just 3 days ago from a Standard member. Holy crap, Sandra, it worked. You are a genius. She landed her first 6-figure project. And she ends the email with, I found you and you gave me the confidence and tools I have needed so desperately to truly stand in my space. I could shout it from the mountaintops right now. The Standard rocks.
Yeah. And I can get bogged down in my regular old life, doing my regular old things. And then one of those emails come through and I'm like, when's launch? What are we doing? How are we doing it? Let's go. Like, you guys, I don't know if you have chills from head to toe, but that kind of stuff is my reason, the raison d'etre, right? The reason to be. Like, there's nothing better for me to hear from another designer who is kicking butt and taking names, signing 6-figure design fees. Please shout it from the rooftops, because that's what we wanted. This is what we wanted. We wanted to see other designers knock it out of the freaking ballpark, and they're doing it. And it's so freaking fun to get those emails.
Yes. And Santrisa just commented, she is a new member this spring.
Yay.
And she says, I finished just the free module and to craft my own presentation. I used it with a PC last week and I'm positive it was the reason she booked my services.
Wow. Okay. Light me up again. Seriously, that's incredible. And you're like, I'm one module in. There's so much more to come.
Yeah, I know. I'm so excited.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you for that. So good.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Okay, so we talked about the alumni episodes. Where can designers go if they want to dig in a little bit more on this?
Sure. So interiordesignstandard.com is all things Standard. And then we also have a YouTube channel full of design tips, and I'm talking full. Apparently we've been doing design tips for a good long time.
Yeah.
And there's some funny, there's really funny old episodes in there that are hysterical to watch. I think even T-Bone makes a cameo appearance in one of them. What else? We've got...
So we did a design tips episode where we went through everything that's in the Standard.
Yeah. Pour yourself a strong one, because I just basically read you the table of contents while drinking a glass of wine.
Yep.
We made it fun, though.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
And it's called What is Really Inside the Standard.
Yep.
So that's on Instagram or our YouTube page.
Yep. Yes, you can go to our Instagram, IGTV page for like a lot of the recent design tips. But if you want to go vintage, you got to go to YouTube.
And we have a great FAQ page called Is the Standard for Me?
Yes, that is amazing. That's a brand new resource, and it is the culmination of like all the questions we get from potential Standard members over the years, that we really just wanted to give you our very best answer to all of that and have it in one spot for you. So that's an incredible resource as well.
Yes, so interiordesignstandard.com/FAQs.
Yep.
And, Sandra and I and the team are going to be available all night for any questions you got.
this is the night where we are burning the midnight oil. We're right here if you need us. So you reach out, DM us, email us, send us smoke signal. Don't call me. I don't like talking on the phone, but we will figure out a way to talk you through it if you are thinking about the standard. This is the night we hold vigil to our community, right? Our industry. We want as many of our comrades in design to increase their profits, increase their joy, run a better business, have a lot more fun, right? Build out the team so that they can delegate some of the stuff that's not their favorite part of design, take on more incredible projects, like the list goes on. But we're going to be here answering your questions and, be ready for you all night long.
Yes. So DM us, email us, contact us. We'd love to walk you through this process.
Yep. And the number one thing, if you haven't done it yet, do this right now. Go take our example module, because as we heard earlier, it is literally worth changing. Like, it will improve your business. Just that one module that is a free example online right now, interiordesignstandard.com. That alone could change your next potential client meeting drastically. And it is our gift to the industry. It lives there free always, at all times. So please go check it out. It will smooth out your next potential client meeting by far.
Yes. So here's some confetti to all of y'all who are going to enroll tonight.
Yes. Thank you to those of you who are currently typing in your information. Welcome to the standard. I cannot wait to kick this off. The module 1 drops the minute you hit register. So let's do it. I'll see you inside. Thank you. Bye, guys.